Hi guys, welcome to the session here. So today we will be having your high level puzzles and seating arrangement part 5. We have already seen a good level of questions in the recent days. Today again we will be checking out few questions. Guys, so what is happening here is that this is going to be premiered here, right? So this will be available as a normal class to you guys. Whatever doubt you have, either you can talk to me on Telegram or you can mention in the comment section if you come across anything here. Okay, so chalo, let's quickly start the session. Let's have a look at the questions. But before that, I hope that you have already downloaded the app for Oliveboard, and also you must have subscribed to the official channel of Oliveboard. नहीं किया है तो जल्दी से subscribe कर लो, ठीक है? So chalo, let's quickly have a look at the first question. The first question is there on your screen. Let's quickly try this out. I'll give you a timer here. You can see the timer is there on the screen. So I'll give you a time for 2 minutes. Just check it out, go through the question, try this out, and then after 2 minutes, we'll start solving the question. Okay. So chalo, let's have a look at the question. Try this. Chalo, I'll give you 4 minutes in total, guys. Okay. So the first 2 minutes, you just go through the question, have a look at it, and then I'll again start the timer here. Again, I'll give you certain time, okay, where you can solve the question. Not a very difficult one based on family tree here. Try to make the family tree. Once the family tree is done, this question will become very, very easy. Chalo, theek hai. So let's quickly try this out. Okay, so the time has ended. You can see here 2 minutes are over. So let's start the question. Let's see how this particular question is to be done. Okay, shuru karte hain isko. Let me come back on the screen here. So let's try this. You can see it is mentioned that there are 6 persons in a family who are seated in a straight line facing the center. Each of the person is related to A in some manner, and every child should have either both or none of the parents alive. Now, this particular question can come as a set of three, right? Because this is not a very difficult one. You can see it's a normal 6-person seating arrangement with a family tree here. Not a very tricky question or a very difficult one with 9 or 10 people where you have a complicated family tree. So 6 people is absolutely doable, right? So this can come as a set of 3 in your examination. So let's check. And also it is given that either none or both of the parents are alive. That means single parent is not an option here. So it is given D's mother was seated second to the left of B's sister-in-law. So D has a mother here, right? So if D has a mother, that means D must be having both the parents here. Single parent should not be an option. Okay. So D has parents. Is second to the left of B's sister-in-law. and B is unmarried. Now, if B is unmarried and has a sister-in-law, that means there is only one possibility, that B must be having a sibling, and that sibling must be having a wife here, right? Because B has a sister-in-law. So B's sibling, that is a male person, is married to somebody who is female. So you can say this is B's sister-in-law. So you can see D's mother is seated second to the left of B's sister-in-law. B was unmarried. Now C's only sister-in-law was the only daughter of F. Okay. Also we have C has no siblings. Again you can see C has a sister-in-law and C does not have siblings here, right? So you can see, because we should have 6 persons in here, let's see if we draw C. So C is only sibling, C is only sister-in-law such that she has no siblings here, or he has no siblings, is the only possibility, that C is a married person here, and this person must be having a sibling who is a female person. So you can see that C's only sister-in-law will be this person, okay, and she is the only daughter of F. That means you can see that we will have parents here, and parents may we have F here and we have another person here, right? So this kind of a structure you will be getting, that is C's only sister-in-law is the only daughter of F. That means this person should be a male person and C should be a female person in here. Okay, so you can see we are getting a structure of 6 people from here, isn't it? We are getting a structure of 6 people. Now it is given B was second to the left of A's father. So A has a father. Again you can see A must be having both the parents here. Okay, so A has a father here, so must be having a mother. And we have A has 2 unmarried siblings. That means there are 3 children for these 2 parents here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again you can see this is a structure of 5 people such that we have parents, we have A, and we have 2 unmarried siblings here for A. Okay, so now you can see we were getting how many couples here? Already in this particular family tree, we already have 2 persons who are couple. Hai. So you can see that how do we have 2 couples here? That is one, this couple is already there. Another couple that is a possibility is your A. You cannot have these 2 persons as married because it is already given that A has 2 unmarried siblings. So how do we make this particular family tree here? The only possibility will be, that is, let's say we have this here, that is, let's say this is your F. Okay, F has 3 children. Okay, out of them A will be the one who is going to be married here. Okay, and we have, you can see the married person is a male person, so that means A is married to C here, who is female, and he has 2 siblings also, right? There are 2 siblings. Now out of the siblings you can see we already are getting 6 persons in here. Now out of them you can see this also has to be structured and this also has to be incorporated in the same, right? You can see B has a brother here who is married. So you can see B will be this person. So B has a brother who is married. Also D has parents here. So that means D should be this person. So who is the only person remaining here? You can see A, B, C, D, E. So E is the one who is remaining here. Okay. And now it is given E's wife is second to the left of somebody, right? So E has a wife here. That means F has to be a female person and E has to be a male person, isn't it? Now, if you check, we had this information that C's only sister-in-law was the only daughter of M. So C has only one sister-in-law here. Okay. So either D or B has to be this one. That is, either D will be the sister-in-law or B will be the sister-in-law. So let's check whether it is D or B. Okay. So D's mother was seated second to the left of B's sister-in-law. You can see that is C. So let's write it down now. So D's mother, who is D's mother? You can see D's mother is F. So that means F has to be second to the left of B's sister-in-law. Who is B's sister-in-law? You can see that's your C. So F has to be second to the left of C. That is the first hint that we have. Okay, let's remove all other hints from here. This is already done. Okay, taken care of. All this is already done. Okay, so we will remove all this from here. So you can see the family tree that we have already drawn here of 6 people. We will now make the arrangement. Okay. So let's check. Let's see. Okay. Chal. So the first hint is F is second to the left of C. After that, what is given? Let's try. Then we have B was unmarried. C's only sister-in-law was the only daughter of F. Okay. C has no siblings. You can see C has no siblings. B was seated second to the left of A's father. That means B has to be second to the left of E. Okay. So B will be second to the left of E, something like this. Okay. After that, A has two unmarried siblings. You can see A has two unmarried siblings. A was seated third to the left of his wife. So you can see A should be third to the left of wife. So who is the wife of A? You can see your C, right? You can see that's C here. So that means A has to be second to third to the left of his wife, will be something like this. Now where should you place your B and E? The only possibility will be B and E here. So now you can see either one person here or one person here. That's the only possibility, because we already have placed the five people something like this. That is A, F, B, C and E, right? So you can see this is the structure that we are getting. Now what is remaining here? B was the daughter. You can see B has to be the daughter. So if B is the only daughter of F, that means D should be a male person here, because it is given C's only sister-in-law, and that sister-in-law you can see is B. She is the only daughter of F. That means F has only one daughter, who is your B. That means the other child for F should be male here. That means D will be a male person. Now it is given B was the daughter of the one who was immediate right of A. So you can see B is to the immediate right of F. Hai na? So you can see that's fine. E's wife was second to the right of B. Who is E's wife? You can see that's your F. So that means F has to be second to the right of B. That means D will be here. So this will be the final arrangement. You can see this question can be completed within 4 minutes, right? You can complete the family tree and you can answer the question. Complete the family tree, make the arrangement, and then you can answer the question. So maximum you will take 4-5 minutes. So let's say 3 questions of this sort for the mains. Absolutely, you should be happy and elated about it, right? A very normal question in here. Chalo. We'll quickly go to the next question now. Next question on your screen. Let's have a look at this one. This is a question based on slots. Okay, slot based question here. Let's try. Chalo, let's have a look at this one. I have started the timer here. Go through this and then we will see that how do we complete this one. Okay, let's check. Try this. Chalo. So you can see the time's up, guys. I hope everybody has gone through the question. Okay. So this timer is not the one that is required to solve this particular question. Nobody can solve it within 2 minutes. It's just to go through the question and have a vague idea about it. That is how it has to be solved here. Okay. So that is the time that has been provided. And now we will quickly check that how to go about this particular question. Okay. So let's see what is this all about. We have had a question based on this particular format in your mains before as well. So this is a slot based question. So 6 people are playing different sports here. That is volleyball, hockey, cricket and so on in different slots. Now these matches are held in different time slots, which are either half an hour, that is 30 minutes, or 1 hour. So the slots are either of 30 minutes or of 60 minutes. Now there is a gap also between two slots here. The gap between two slots is also of 30 minutes or 60 minutes here. That means, let's say if we have A and B, right? A is playing, then B is playing. So there has to be a gap also between this. This is either 30 minutes or 60 minutes. Similarly, after B also there will be a gap, and then we will have C. Similarly, after C also there will be a gap. So between two players, that there has to be a gap period as well. So between any two matches which is being played, there is also a gap period which is either of 30 minutes or 60 minutes here. So total slots that you will see will be 6 people, 6 matches plus 5 gaps in here. Why 5 gaps? Because you can see one gap between this, 2 gaps, 3 gaps, 4 gaps, and 5 gaps, right? So if we have 6 people in total, there will be 5 gaps in total. So 6 plus 5, that means 11 slots in total we have, where in 6 we will be playing these different games, and 5 of them will be the gap that we have between two slots here. Two slots where the matches are being played. Okay. So let's quickly try it out. Let's see how this particular question is to be done. So whenever you have a slot based question, always try to have a look at different intervals that are provided to us. Like here you can see F went in a slot which ended at 6:30 p.m. just before the basketball slot. So we know that F has to be 6:30 p.m. right? So F is going, you can see F is in a slot which is ending at 6:30 p.m. right? So this is the one which is ending at 6:30. अब इससे पहले there must have been a gap here. Okay, and if we have anything after F also, there has to be a gap after that, and then there will be another slot or something like that. Okay, so we have the first one, that is F is at 6:30 p.m. just before the basketball slot. So that means there has to be a gap after this, and this will be starting at 6:30 here, and this will be either ending at 7 or it can be ending at 7:30. Depending on that, we will have basketball after your F, right? So there has to be basketball immediately after your F here. Okay. I hope this is clear, because it is given that F has to be immediately before, F has to be in a slot which is ending at 6:30 p.m. immediately before the basketball slot. So between F and basketball, there has to be a gap hour also. So remember that one. Okay. Now what is given? C slot started 3.5 hours before F slot started. Now the possibilities of FS slot. What are the possibilities of FS slot starting? You can see FS slot starting can be either at 6, right? It can either be at 6 or 5:30. That means the possibilities are 5:30 to 6:30. Or it can be 6 to 6:30. These are the two possibilities here. Why? Because either the slots are of 30 minutes or of 1 hour. Now it is given C slot started 3.5 hours before FS start. So C का start कब होना चाहिए? Let's say if it is 3.5 hours, that is 3 hours 30 minutes before. So you minus 3 hours 30 minutes, that means 5:30 से पहले ले लो. 3 hours will be 2 hours 30 minutes, and that means 2 hours here. So that means it has to be either starting at 2 onwards, है ना? C can be starting at 2 onwards, or C can be starting at, you can see this is 2:30, right? If you subtract 3 hours out of this, that means 3, and minus 30 minutes, that means 2:30. So either it can be starting at 2:30. So these are the two possibilities that we can have for C. Okay. Now what is given? The first slot started at 11:30 a.m. So we know the first slot is starting at 11:30 a.m. Let's say this is your 11:30 a.m. onwards. Okay. After this, we will have a break here, then again another break here, then again another break here. This also will be a break, and this also will be a break, right? So there are 5 breaks in total. So the first slot started at 11:30 a.m. and was followed by a slot in which hockey was played, which ended at 1:30 p.m. So you can see this has to be the slot where hockey was played, and this is ending at 1:30 p.m. So if this is ending at 1:30 p.m., that means this one has to be the one which is starting at 1:30 p.m., right? So this will be either 1:30 to 2, or it can be 1:30 to 2:30, right? Depending on that. Now let's say if it is 1:30 to 2, that means C has to be the immediately next one, because C is either starting at 2 or 2:30. Even if it is ending at 2:30, you can see still CB here only. This is the only possibility for C, because you can see C is either starting at 2 or it is starting at 2:30. है ना? So immediately after this one, let's say if this is ending at 1:30 to 2, then this C will be 2 to 2:30, है ना? Because after that we will have a gap also. You cannot have your C here starting at 2 or 2:30. That's not a possibility, because minimum this will be 30 minutes and this will be 30 minutes, and that means a gap of this one, let's say this is 1:30 to 2, then 2 to 2:30, then this C cannot be here, not a possibility, है ना? Because there has to be a gap also. So you can see the only possibility here will be C is here. Okay, I hope this is clear. So C has to be this person in this particular slot here. Okay, so we have seen this. Now we do not know whether C is starting at 2 or 2:30. We will check that out later. Okay. After that, let's see what is given here. Then we have this 1:30 is done. B played for 1 hour. E slot started 3 hours after the hockey slot ended and was of 1 hour duration. So you can see E slot started 3 hours after the hockey slot ended. You can see hockey slot is ending at 1:30, right? So hockey is ending at 1:30. That means E slot should be starting at what time? It should be 1:30 plus 3. That means 4:30. So E should be starting at 4:30 p.m. here. Okay. And it is a 1 hour slot duration. You can see, and it is a 1 hour duration. That means it has to be 4:30 to 5:30, isn't it? So you can see this is 4:30 to 5:30. And we know E ke baad there should be a duration gap here. And that gap should be the one that is starting at 5:30. Now, if this is starting at 5:30, that means F cannot be the one which is starting at 5:30 here. That means you can understand that F has to be the one that is 6 to 6:30. That means this gap has to be covering 5:30 to 6. And then we will have your F, which is your 6 to 6:30. Okay. So now you can see this is again combining with the below one. So we have F here. Then we have a gap which is starting at 6:30 onwards. Okay. And then we have your basketball after this, okay, which will be maybe 7 or maybe 7:30. We do not know that, right? So you can see this is the structure that we are getting here. And it has to be all after your C only, because C is what? C is starting at 2:30 here. Because 2 is not a possibility, because it was related to F is starting ending point here, right? So you can see C has to be starting at 2:30 now. Okay. So C is starting at 2:30. That means this one has to be ending at 2:30 here. Okay, this is done. Now after C, you have to place your E, F and basketball. There is only one possibility. You can see this will be your E, this will be your F, and this one will be your basketball here. Okay. So let's place whatever is remaining. Let's see. So E के लिए क्या time है? You can see this has to be 4:30 to 5:30. Okay, this is 4:30 to 5:30. That means this gap will be 5:30 onwards, and this will be 5:30 to 6. Okay, because F is what? F is 6 to 6:30. So you can see this is 6 to 6:30 here, and that means this is 6:30 onwards. Okay, 6:30 onwards here. So this is the kind of structure that we are getting currently. Okay, after that, let's see what else do we have here. Then we have D slot, right? D slot started 5 hours after C slot started. So C slot started at 2:30 here, right? So it is known that C is starting at 2:30. So D slot should start 5 hours after this one. That means 2 hours 30 minutes plus 5. That means 7:30. So that means you can see D has to be this person. So he is starting at 7:30 here. That means this break, that is the 10th one, will be ending at 7:30 here, right? So D slot started 5 hours after C slot duration and was half an hour duration. So this has to be 7:30 to 8 here. Okay, so this will be what? This has to be 7:30 to 8. Now E did not play golf. Okay, so E is not playing golf. We will not place golf here. We will check that out later. Okay. Now let's see what else is remaining. It is known. Further, it is known A went after the football slot and immediately before the cricket slot. So you can see A has to be after the football slot. That means A cannot be the first person here. So that means A has to be here. Okay, so A has to go after the football slot. That means this will be football here. Okay, now we are left with this one and this one and this one, right? We are left with three things here. Three things has to be placed and before the cricket slot here. Okay, and do we have anything else that we have? So you can see we have left C, we have E here, and we have F and D. Now who is the only person remaining? You can see only person remaining is your B, so B will be here. Okay, So we have placed all the persons. We need to place now the timings remaining and also some of the this one. Also, it is given here B played for 1 hour. Okay, this is mentioned here. B has to play for 1 hour. That means we will be playing 11:30 to 12:30. This is 11:30 to 12:30. That means this one should be starting at 12:30 here. Now, if you check, this is starting at 12:30 and A is ending at 1:30. So, how do you cover the gap between them? You can see this is a duration of 1 hour. So, 12:30 to 1:30 has to be covered between two slots. That means 60 minutes into two slots. So, 30 minutes each. That means this also should be 12:30 to 1. Okay. And this one will be 1 to 1:30. Okay. So, this is the structure here. Now let's see what should be the arrangement for the rest of the things also. Let's see. So further it is known A went after the football slot and immediately before the cricket slot. So A has to be immediately before cricket. So this has to be your cricket here. We know that E is not the one who is playing golf. So if E is not the golf, that means F should be the golf here, right? F should be playing golf. And whatever is remaining, which is the sport remaining, you can see basketball, I guess, is remaining. है ना? So basketball नहीं, basketball हो चुका है. Volleyball. So volleyball is remaining. So volleyball will be for your E, right? So this is going to be your volleyball here. Okay. Now let's see how do we determine your C's duration. That is whether C is having a 1 hour duration. So you can see, let's say if we take 30 minutes duration, so this will be 2:30 to 3, and the next will be 3 to 4:30, because you can see this is, and this E is starting at 4:30 here. That means this one will be ending at 4:30 here. So that means you can see either this C can be 2:30 to 3:30 and this can be 3:30 to 4:30, because the duration between 2:30 and 4:30 is of 2 hours. है ना? And this has to be covered between two different slots. So the only possibility will be two slots such that it is 1 hour each. है ना? Because 2 hours has to be completed, 2:30 to 3:30, 3:30 to 4:30. That is the only possibility, because if you take this as 2:30 to 3, then 3 to 4:30 will not be a possible slot, because there is no slot of 90 minutes. So that means this has to be 2:30 to 3:30 and this will be 3:30 to 4:30, right? So this will be the final answer that you should be getting here. Are we clear, everybody? I hope this is clear to everyone, right? So this was a good question, can be completed in the examination. It will take some 10 to 12 minutes, but again, you will have 5 questions associated with it. So this is a doable question. So if it comes in the examination, guys, always remember, whenever you have a question based on slots, do check it out whether there is some timings provided. Like here we made use of 6:30, we made use of 11:30, we made use of 1:30. So generally these slots will be based on the timings here. Okay, so be careful about that. Chalo, we'll quickly go to the next question. Next question on your screen. This is an easy question here. Let's try. Chalo, jaldi se isko try kariye. Let's see. This is a doable question. Just go through this, try this out. Okay. I'll give you some more time. After the timer is over, I'll wait for another 2 minutes. Okay. Just check. Chalo, try kariye. Okay, so the time has ended, but I'll wait for 2 more minutes, guys. Just try it out. This is a doable question, a good question here. Chalo, let's come back on the screen here and let's see how to complete this particular question. Okay, this is a doable question here. Let's see how this has to be done. Okay, so you can see there are 8 persons seated around a square table facing the center. Now, 4 of them are at the 4 corners while 4 of them are in the middle of the sides. They have different ages, right? And everybody is facing the center. Nobody is facing away from the center here. Now, those who sits at the corner have ages in multiples of 3. That means, let's say, if somebody is at the corner here, this person has to be a multiple of 3 here. Similarly, this also, similarly, this also, similarly, this also. So, let's say if we have 39 years old, or if we have somebody who is 51 years old, these people will be the ones who will be seated at the corners here. Okay, and those who sit at the middle of the sides have to be the even value, that is multiples of 2. So this has to be multiple of 2, similarly this has to be multiple of 2, and so on. So the sides have to be multiples of 2, and the corners here have to be multiples of 3. Okay, chalo, so let's see how this particular question has to be done. So we know that sides is multiple of 2. Okay, side is 2x here, and corner is what, 3y. Okay, corner is what, 3y. Okay, now let's see. P sits second to the right of the one who is aged 44. So let's write down. Let's see what is the possibility here. Now 44 is a multiple of 2. That is, it is even number. That means it has to be a side. Let's say we take this as 44 here. So P is second to the right of 44 will be like this. Now P is an immediate neighbor of the one who is 39 years old. So 39 is a multiple of 3. So 39 can be this person also. 39 can be the one who is towards the immediate right of P, either of the two situations. Hai na? So let's say we take 44 here, P here. So 39, sorry, P here. So 39 can be here as well. So these are the two cases that we can have. Okay, for P, 44 and 39. After that, what is given? Two persons are sitting between Q and 39. Q has a age. Q does not have a age, which is 44, right? So Q does not have an age of 44. So Q is not the one who is 44 years old. So in the first case, we should have 39 and Q at a gap of 2 persons, right? So 2 persons. Also, it is given W is second to the left of Q. So let's try. Let's say if we place your Q here, so you will see that W second to the left of Q will not be possible. Why? Because we already have your Q here. So that means you should have your Q here. So 2 persons between Q and 39, and W is second to the left of Q will be like this. Similarly, in this case, you can see Q cannot be this person, because why? Because Q cannot be 44 years old. That is already given. Q does not have the age of 44. And let's say if you place your Q here, so this is another possibility, then W will be here. Okay, you can see these are the two possibilities that we are getting. Okay. After that, what is given? S is immediate right of the person whose age is 15. Now, 15 is a corner because it has to be a multiple of 3, right? So, it is a multiple of 3. That means it has to be on a corner. So, S is immediate right of a corner here. So, where should we have this 15 and corner? In the first case, let's say this is your 15, right? So, 15 corner and immediate right of corner, we have your S. That is a possibility. Now this is 15 here, immediate right not possible. 15 here, immediate right not possible. That means you can see the only possibility will be 15 here and S here. Similarly, in this case also you can see S has to be here only and 15 has to be here only. That will be the only possibility, isn't it? After that, three persons are there between Z and 15. So Z and 15 ke beech mein three persons are there. That means they should be seated opposite to each other because we have 8 persons in this particular complete arrangement here. So we will have your Z here, right? In this case also you can see Z will be the one who is 39 years old. Okay, so we are getting these two possibilities here. Now the difference between the ages of Z and the one who is second to the left of Z is 6. So you can see that if this person is 39 years old, also it is given Z is not 33 years old. So Z cannot be 33, that is already given here. So 39 minus 6, it's not a possibility. That means it has to be 39 plus 6. That means 45 in here. Similarly, in this case, Z is 39. So this person cannot be 33. It has to be 45 in here. Okay, so you can see the difference between the ages of Z and the one who is second to the left of Z is 6. Now S is older than Z. So S has to be older than Z. In the first case, you can see S is 44 and Z is 45. So S is not older than Z. That means this case is invalid. In the second case, S is 44 and Z is 39. So yes, you can see S is older than Z here. So that means this will be the valid case that we will be getting here. I hope this is clear, everybody. Okay. So this is how you have arranged the people. Now let's see whatever is remaining. Okay. उसके बाद देखो immediate neighbors of S are younger than S. You can see immediate neighbors of S are younger than S. That is not fulfilling here. In this case, let's see immediate neighbors of S are younger than S. S is older than Z. That did not happen here. Let's see if we have anything, if we have missed something here. ठीक है, एक बार फिर से देख लेते हैं. I guess we have missed a particular point here. Let's quickly check. So P sits second to the right of the one who has age 44. So you can see P is second to the right of 44. That is fine in either of the cases. P is the immediate neighbor of 39. You can see P is the immediate neighbor of 39. That is also fine. Then two persons between Q and 39. You can see two persons between Q and 39. And it was given that W was second to the left of Q. So you can see the only possibility here will be this one only, because here we already had your P, right? So Q and W will be like this only. In this case also, because we had 39 here, so 44 was not the one for Q because it was given Q is not having the age of 44. So you can see the only possibility will be here and your W will be here. ये भी ठीक है. Then we had S's immediate right of 15. So S should be immediate right of 15. You can see the only possibility because Q, W and P were already there. So S had to be here only. S is immediate right of 15. Here also we have S is immediate right of 15. ये भी ठीक हो गया. चलो. The difference between the ages of Z and the one who is second to the left of Z is 6. Okay. So you can see in this case Z is how much? 45, right? नहीं, ये आपका 39 था. So this person either can be 33 or 45, right? This person can be either 33 or 45. That means minus 6 yeah plus 6, right? Either of the two cases. Similarly, in this case also, the possibilities are either 45 or 33. Yes, we missed this particular case here. That this person can be either 45 or 33. हमने यहाँ पर miss कर दिया था. Because it is given that Z cannot be 33 years old, right? Be careful about that. It is given Z is not 33 years old. It is not given that this person should not be 33 years old. ये तो 33 हो सकता है ना? So you can see now this becomes fine. That is the person who is neighboring S. That is the immediate neighbors of S have to be younger to S. That means इसका age कितना होना चाहिए? This person should be 33 here. Okay. So you can see this person will be how much? This person will be 33. And now you can see S is 44 and these two people are less than 44. So absolutely okay. person having 22 age, right? So 22 is again a even value. That means has to be at the side. So you can see either Q or W or P. Now 22, what is given about 22? It has to be second to the right of 10. So that means 10 and 22 has to be there. Age of P is not 10. So that means P cannot be 10. So that means 10 has to be W here. And W, that is 10 ke second right mein we have 22. That means we will be having 22 here. So person age 22 is second to the right of the person having age 10. P is not 10 done. Y sits immediate left of the person 22. So you can see Y has to be this person because Q is 22. So Y is second to Y is immediate left of 22 done. Age of Y is 51. So you can see this person has to be 51. Age of R is greater than 20. So R has to be greater than 20. You can see that we have only two persons remaining. One of them is 15 years old, one of them is 33. That means R is greater than 20. So R has to be the one who is 33. Age of R is more than X. You can see the only person remaining is X. Age of X is 3 years more than P. So age of X is 3 years more than P. So X is 15. That means this P has to be how much? This P has to be 12 years old. So this will be the final arrangement that you should be getting. Okay. So be careful about the small mistakes that can happen in these type of questions. Else this question had nothing, right? It was a very, very doable question. Absolutely easy. You just had to make the even values at the sides or the edges of the square, and similarly the ones that are the multiples of 3 should be at the corners, right? That was the only thing that you had to take care about. Okay. Chalo, let's go to the next question again on a similar pattern here, but it is based on day and date, right? So this is a day and date based puzzle. We have certain people who are having certain conferences here, which is attended by these people. Okay, so chalo, let's quickly try this out. Let's see. Check this out. I'll remove myself from the screen here. Just try. Okay, so the time's up, but I'll give you a few more minutes here. Just try this out. This is a very doable question, guys. What doable सा question है? I hope we have all gone through the question here. Chalo, let's try, right? Let me come back on the screen here and then we will see that what has to be done here. This is exactly the same type of question that we did last one, right? Again on a similar pattern, that is even ones in even number of days and so on. Okay. So what is given? 8 professors are having conferences in the months of January, March, April, and May, and the conferences are attended by certain people here. Now, the months which have odd number of days have number of people which is even, right? So, odd number of days, that means when we have 31 days in here, we should have even number of people, right? Even people should be there. So, like let's say January is there, March is there, May is there. So, these have 31 days in total. So, there should be even number of persons going in there, and the ones that are having odd number, even number of days, like April, right? So we have April, May, 30 days. So in April, where we have 30 days, there we should have odd number of people, right? So we should have odd number of people here. Like in this particular case, when G's conference is attended by 25 persons here, we know that 25 is an odd number of people, so that means it has to be in April. Okay. So chalo, let's quickly try this out. Let's see how this particular question has to be done. So G's conference was attended by 25 persons and is at a gap of 3 conferences from B's conference. You can see G has to be there in April because April is the one which is having 30 days in here. So G25 can be this person. Okay, this is one possibility. Similarly, G25 can be this person, that is on April 25, either of the two cases. Okay. So G's conference was attended by 25 at a gap of 3 from B. So 1, 2, 3, this has to be your B. In this case, this has to be your B. A and C attended conference in consecutive months but not in consecutive turns. So A and C have to be consecutive month. That means it can be March, April, it can be April, May. But they should not be consecutive turns. That means there has to be at least one person between them. Okay. Now, number of persons who attended D's conference was twice the number of persons who attended after E's conference. So that means number of persons who attended D's conference was twice the number of the one who attended E's conference. So that means D is equal to 2E. So we know that D has to be even in value because it is twice of something. So if it is even, that means it has to be in a month with odd number of days. That means either in January, March, or in May. Okay, so D will be even in here. E can be even also, E can be odd also. We do not know. Now, what is given? The person whose conference was attended by 26 persons had his turn at a gap of 4 conferences from F's conference. So 26 and F has to be at a gap of 4. The person who had 10 and 32 gave lectures at a gap of 2 turns. C's conference at 18 more than H's conference, which is on May 10th, right? So you can see C's conference had 18 persons more than H's conference, and H's conference has to be May 10th. So H is there on May 10th. So this is a fixed information. And so also it is given C is equal to 18 plus H. Okay, this is given here. C is equal to 18 plus H. Also after that, what is given? A and H together had 43 persons. So we know A plus H is equal to how much? This has to be 43. So A and H together had 43 persons in their conference. A and D together had 49 persons. So A plus D has to be how much? It has to be 49 in here. A and E had 43. So A plus E has to be how much? 33. So A and E had 33 persons in their conference. E was not the last to attend the conference. One conference was attended by 18 persons in here. Now we know D is equal to twice of E, right? D is equal to twice of E. So you can convert this one here, that is A plus D ki jagah you write A plus 2E, right? Isn't it? You can write A plus 2 is equal to 49 here. Hai na? Because this is your D. D is equal to 2E. So you can write A plus 2E is equal to 49. Now you have A plus E already here. So A plus E is equal to 33. So that means if you subtract the two, you will be getting the value of E. E is equal to how much? It will be 16. So we get E as 16. That is the first thing that we have got. That is E is equal to 16. Hai na? So if E is equal to 16, that means D kitna hoga? D has to be twice of E. That means it has to be 32. So D will be the one which has 32 persons in here. Okay. After that, once you find your D, you can find your A as well, because A plus D is 49. So you can see that A has to be 49 minus 32. So 49 minus 32 is equal to 17 in here. So you get A as 17. So that means A is 17. So it is also a odd value. That means it also should be in April. So A17 can be here in this case. Similarly, A17 can be here in this case. Okay. Either of the two cases. Okay. After that, what else do we have here? A, D, E we have calculated. H can be calculated here. That is, H is equal to 43 minus your 17, right? This has to be there. So you can see this value is 6, 3 minus 1, 26, right? So we get a 26 here for H. So H has to be how much? It has to be 26. Okay, H is 26 here. Also, we had this information, the person whose conference was attended by 26 has a turn at a gap of 4 from F. So H is 26, he has to be at a gap of 4 from F. In the first case, 1, 2, 3, 4, F should be here. In the second case, 1, 2, 3, 4, B is already here. That means this case becomes invalid and this will be the right case here. Okay, so we have found E, D, A, H. Now, what should be the value of C here? Can we find the value of C? C is equal to 18 plus H. That means 26 plus 18, that is equal to 44. So C has to be 44 in total. Okay. After that, what else can we find? A and H we have found, A and D we have found, A and E also we have found. So we have found all the values here. So now let's see what else do we have in here. Now we have to place the remaining information here. Let's see. Okay, अब बाकी का देख लेते हैं जो भी बच रहा है. We will quickly place. So now G's conference, that is all done. A and C had conference in consecutive months. So you can see if A is in April, that means your C can either be in May or C can be in March, either of the two cases. Number of persons, this can be placed here. Number of persons who attended B's conference was twice as the number of persons who attended E's conference. So D and E we have already seen is 32 and 16. Person whose conference is 26 is at a gap of 4. We have done. Person who at 10 and 32 gave lectures at a gap of 2 persons, right? So 10 and 32 has to be at a gap of 2. So you can see that D is 32 here, right? So 10 and 32 at a gap of 2 will be possible only here. So you can see 32 here, okay? And 1, 2, this has to be 10. And 32 is D, so D will be here. Now it is given in here that E was not the last to attend the conference. So E was not the last person. That means E should be here. Right now, who is the only person remaining? You can see A, B, C, right? C is remaining. So C will be here. Okay, D, E, F, G, H, right? Everything else is taken care of. E is how much? E is 16. A is 17 done. H is 26 done. C is 44, right? So C is 44. And it is given one of them is attended by 18 persons. So you can see 18 will be here. So you can see the odd values are only in April and all other even values are in the rest of the months here. I hope this is clear, everybody. So this again was a doable question. Nothing that is very tricky or very tiring in here. Absolutely this question can be done in your mains examination. Okay. So chalo, let's quickly have a look at the next question, which is this one. तो जल्दी से इसका आंसर आपको कमेंट सेक्शन में बताना, राइट? दिस इज फॉर योर होमवर्क गाइस, ठीक है? सो दिस इज फॉर योर होमवर्क विच यू हैव टू मेंशन इन द कमेंट सेक्शन. अ वेरी इजी क्वेश्चन, बहुत ही इजी सा क्वेश्चन है, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है जो आप नहीं कर सकते यहाँ पर, राइट? सो जस्ट ट्राई टू मेक द फैमिली ट्री एंड आंसर द क्वेश्चन, बट आई विल अगेन गिव यू अ वर्ड ऑफ caution. Be careful, right? G is the father-in-law of D. How is B's daughter related to G's son-in-law? Okay. So do check it out and mention the answer in the comment section. So if you guys have any doubt, right, we have discussed some 3-4 questions in here. If you guys come across any doubts at all, do mention in the comment section कि मैम ये चीज समझ में नहीं आई. Or you can talk to me on Telegram as well. That is, ma'am, I face this issue here. Okay. So thank you so much, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's session. In case you have any doubts, feel free to talk to me on Telegram. I'll be happy to help you out with it. The channel is Reasoning by Nikita. तो इस पर्टिकुलर चैनल को जरूर से ज्वाइन कर लेना, Reasoning by Nikita. ठीक है? And every day 8 p.m. we are having these sessions. Do not miss it out. We in the next week also we will be having a lot of classes. Maybe premiere होगा, but anyways there will be class. Guys देखो, यहाँ पर आपका एग्जाम सामने है. That is why I am taking these sessions here. Even though people are not attending, hardly 400-500 views are there for each of the sections. Still I am just requesting the people to give me sessions so that I can take the mains level for you guys, so that we can have ample practice of questions. So they will be premiered, but anyways you have to watch it and you have to check out और answer करना है आपको. कोई doubt आता है तो please let me know. Okay, so if you come across any doubts at all, do let me know. So 8 p.m. you are getting these regular sessions here. 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. आपका regular YT पे आपको session मिलता रहेगा अभी. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this particular session. In case you have any doubts, feel free to talk to me on the channel. I'll be happy to help you out with it. So thank you so much, guys. I'll see you again with another session. So please take care, stay safe. And yes, a very happy Navratri to everyone. Durga Puja has started. I wish that Ma Durga bestows her wishes to all of you, right? And you have a very, very successful life ahead, guys. So thank you so much, guys. I'll see you again with another session. So please take care, stay safe. Have a great day. I'll see you soon. Thank you.